Hi folks, this is Alan Tyson for Lee Hill & Johnston Insurers. Well, back the tractor off my head, mama, I can't breathe. Cause believe it or not, our blue birds are only a couple of inadvertent whistles being overturned by the officials from having probably beaten Georgia Tech and Georgia in our first 15 months as members of the FBS. As my good friend Dow Kennedy and I like to say, we got big boyed again. Now, if this sounds like sour grapes to some of you UGA supporters out there, I invite you to take out your trusty rule book and turn to Rule 4. Folks, this 23-17 overtime loss to the Red and Black last week in Athens was certainly a hard pill to swallow for our players, coaches, and fans. But I agree with what Genevieve told me on Sunday after watching the Georgia students and players celebrate like they'd won the national championship on Saturday night. She said, "Daddy, we may not have won the game, but we won." I know that's right, my baby. In the words of the great old bald-headed eagle, you just can't beat Georgia Southern, and you ain't seen nothing yet. Eagle Nation, bear with me, I have something to say. I grew up in Statesboro in the 1960s. In the late fall and winter, my friends and I served as towel boys for Eagle basketball under Coach J.B. Scarce, giving us a chance to sit on the bench next to some of our heroes like Jimmy Rose, Lehman Stanley, and Bill Pickens. In the spring, I would bat boy for Georgia Southern baseball, coached by J.I. Clements, taking home broken bats of more of my heroes like Ken Sockowitz, Vic Carell, Jimmy Walters, and Mike the Frog Long. In the mid-1970s, as a student at Georgia Southern College, I was fortunate to get to know college baseball legend Ron Polk, who led us to our first college baseball World Series. During that time, I formed friendships, dozens of them, that have lasted through the years, and was even able to graduate with a BBA in management. With the arrival of football and Coach Russell in 1981, I was like a kid in a candy store and actually started this commentary not long after Bucky Wagner handed Irk the Kmart football on stage at Hunter Fieldhouse. What a great decade the 80s was for our college, with the growth of our student population, the success of our football program, and of course the hard work of our administration. I was so proud when we became a university in 1990. In the early and mid-1990s, the university's theater department gave me the opportunity to develop and grow my passion for the stage, learning from folks like Michael Whitaker, Patty Pace, Gary and Brenda Dart, and Jim Harbor. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, I was like a college student again, as both my children attended Georgia Southern back to back. And once again, I and they made friendships that continue today. Since the early 1960s, my brother, myself, my wife, my son, my daughter, and my daughter-in-law have all attended Georgia Southern. My wife and daughter are presently on the staff at the university. What I've told you only touches the surface of the relationship I have had with GSU over the last 50 years. Folks, I know what it means to be true blue. I love Georgia Southern University. I love what it has meant and continues to mean to me, my family, and my community, and what it has meant and continues to mean to so many other families and communities across our state, our nation, and the world. I thank God for our great institution, and I pray that He will continue to bless it going forward. And now back to your regular scheduled program. With only 2 games left on the schedule, our birds have a chance to win 9 regular season games for the second straight year at college football's highest level. Time to bounce back, Big Blue. As for today, it's been a calendar month, but Elvis is back in the building. That's right, our Eagles are home for the holidays, with South Alabama in town, having motored over from the city of 6 crosses. At 5-5, the Jaguars have obviously been a little up and down in 2015. They beat San Diego State on the road early, but 2 of their conference losses have come at the hands of Texas State and Georgia State. They are averaging a respectable 25.6 points per game on offense. On the other hand, their defense has been a little shaky, giving up an average of 35.8. But their immediate problem is this. As my daddy used to say, our blue birds are as mad as a wet setting hen after what happened last Saturday night at Sanford Stadium. So if these Panthers from the port of Mobile have come to the tourist city for anything other than turkey and dressing, they are about to be highly disappointed. I look for our men in blue to come out of the locker room lit up like a Roman candle. Folks, if I'm right about our state of mind, this one might go ugly early. Cold cock these Cougars from the Cotton State, Eagles.